Hello everyone, Mesbah here. Welcome to my channel Mesbricks. Today I have two copies of the same set. This is set 60261 or the Central Airport. And I picked up these two because they were on clearance at 50% off. Usually one of this is 80 bucks Canadian. So I actually got them at $30 Canadian each. So even more than 50% off. So what I thought is I'm going to make a very small airport and I'm going to put these two together. I don't have a lot of space. So there's one rule that I have is that I can use maximum 2 base plates. So 2 of those green plates I have decided to use. And I'm going to put these two together to make a small airport scene. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to change these two luggage carts a little bit. And then as we go through with the airport, I'm going to show you what I've decided to do. Remember, it has to be a very small airport. It's a city airport, maybe just a couple of planes, a small runway, because we don't have too much space in our city. One of the first things I want to know is that there's 2 cars. I don't really have space for 2 big luggage carts. So what I want to do is I want to join them. And maybe one of them can be another type of car, not a luggage one, and then the other one should be in a train. The problem is that this joint is not present at this end. So I have to do a little bit of switch. So maybe I can use this one and put it here and this ball joint put it there to make one long car. So I have made one long car right here, and this one is an extra. So this can be something else, like it takes a official to the plane or something, and this is your luggage one. So you have the registered mail here, boxes here, and I'm going to put 2 extra pieces of luggage that I have right here. So they will be loose, and here you have it. So what you can do is you can put one guy who's driving this. So here we have somebody and they're taking the luggage to the plane. And this is very typical in an airport. It's usually 1, 2, or 3. And this one can be for somebody else. Now we don't know exactly who will sit here, but I have lots of figures. I can put one later. So that takes care of this vehicle. We have these Octane full cars. Now I don't know if we need to make any change for these. These can be, one of them can be parked near the terminal, the other can be near the plane, and I think they don't need any changes. They just look good as they are. Maybe we can change the minifigure because obviously you don't have twins rarely at the same place at the same time working. So I leave these as they are, and I'm going to change the minifig faces slightly. Once again, the plane, I don't think I need to do any changes to the plane. They both presumably are from the same company, same airlines. So, the same livery is not bad. One might be in the takeoff position, the other might be in the taxi position, but where the change needs to happen is the terminal buildings. I noted in the review of my set, this terminal has certain problems. So the big problem, when you look at the back, is that where are you entering from? So if as a passenger you're entering from this side, go through security and then go to the airport, why is your luggage carousel here? This is the lounge area, this suggests that this is where you wait, you eat and all that. This should ideally be here. So you do your security and you come out and then you go. So right now, since we have 2 terminals, we'll see if we can change a little bit to give some depth to the airport. The other thing is that since we have 2 pieces, what we can do is we can lengthen the height of the control tower. So let's see what we can do. Let me show you what I have so far. I've taken out many of these extra pieces. So what I have, so far I haven't put in any extra piece from another set in here. I've just changed the layout slightly. So this will be when you exit towards the runway to board the plane. This is the entrance to the airport from the city side. So you can see that you enter from here, you put your luggages here, they are scanned, and the extra screen is facing towards the attendant who's monitoring these, and you go through the security gate here. And then you will enter, this is the secure area, and you can go towards the plane. So this is a very simple layout, because remember, it's a very small airport. We don't have too much space. So I have to close all of this later, which I'll think about how to do in a bit. That's one of the issues when you're not designing on the computer, but you're building as you go along. But I find that more fun. So these two tables we'll have to put in the secure area later. That's not a problem. As for the control tower, so what I did is I put them in, made this a bit taller. So this will go here, and I have to find a way to make it fit, because there used to be one more pillar of these, and then this two will be joined again in a big control tower, and it will sit on top here. So once again, I have to decide how to do that right now. So here is the completed small city airport. Now this may not be the final version once I place it on the base plate. For example, this little platform might disappear and these towers might be reworked. But what we have is we have a control tower. So let me move the camera up slightly. You can see that I can split this airport into two. So that's the city entrance. But let me show you the control tower. I have increased the height and I have increased the height of this radar, and here's the inside of it, and I have put two personnel inside. They're seated, working the controls, talking on the small phone or walkie-talkie, what you may have it. And inside we have more security people. So if you're in the United States, this would be the TSA. So they're here, and there's only one stud joining them, but that's fine. Here we have the entrance to the city. So let me put this again. Yeah. So many of these might need to be joined more securely with a roof later on. But as you can see, you enter the airport from here and you go through the security, and your luggage goes through security, and this screen is now facing the guards, the personnel, the security personnel. So you can join both of them together. Once they're on the base plate, they should be firm. So this is how they sit together. There. So this is the airport as it is right now. Now what I'm going to do is put it on a base plate. So here is the completed airport. You can see two base plates, two planes. It's quite busy, which is what a Lego city should be, full of details. So let me walk you through each and every aspect that I changed in the two sets and things that have kept the same. So as you can see, let me move these two together. I've used those base plates, the minifigure, collectible minifigure stands, to make a runway. So if I remove the two planes, you can see the runway. So the planes take up quite a lot of space, as you can see. And I use some of the orange plates, the white plates, to put some lanes, suggestions of lanes. So this is the airfield, and this will be to the back of the city. So these green ones will be tiled with black as well. So the suggestion is that the runway continues. This is a new plane. It's going to be filled up with luggage. So here is the luggage car, and similarly it needs a fill up from the gas, And this is a plane that is full of passengers. It's taxiing, so you can see the personnel waving, bringing it properly so it can park without crashing into anything. Here I have used the extra radar from the other control panel to put a radar on the runway. You can see some passengers, they have cleared through security. They're about to board this plane. Remember, this is a small plane, small airport, so there's no gates that can extend out from the airport to the plane. So you just walk along the runway and board the plane. We can bring this closer here. And here is the control tower, and there's people going through security. So let me move the camera slightly so you can see that, you know, people are going through security, they're coming out. There's one display outside the airport and there's one in. And let me turn the airport slightly so you can see from the city entrance. Now this will require some maneuvering. I have joined both the base plates together. So you can see, if I used a MILF plate, it would be easier, but that's also more extensive on parts that I don't have right now. And here it is from the back of the airport, or from the city side. This is the view, because you enter from here and then you cross. There's 2 lanes. You cross through the security, you go in. I've put the tables here, so this is some of the maintenance crew. They're having some snacks. Here's the extra car, and here's the plane. So overall, let me give you an overhead shot. Here it is. As you can see, a very small city airport. And just about enough for 2 planes. So this is Mesbah signing out. Hope you have enjoyed this little video. Remember, this is the city airport set. You can get this on clearance at Walmart right now for about $30. This is Mesbah signing out. Take care, stay safe, and happy building.